Two Ukrainian companies were among the contractors awarded contracts by the Department of Defense Innovation in conjunction with the United States Department of Defense to build prototypes of long-range kamikaze drones, the Defense News reported. The Artemis program, initiated by Congress in 2023, aims to create affordable drones and counter-drone systems for the U.S., European and Indo-Pacific commands. According to the Wall Street Journal, U.S. drone technology has been disappointing on the battlefield. As a result, defense startups have joined forces with Ukrainian manufacturers to develop more advanced battle-tested drones.
No company in the U.S. can keep up with Ukraine. You know, their stuff works. The stakes are too high for them. Their labs need to produce battle-tested products. Nathan Mintz, co-founder of the California startup CX2, in an interview with the Wall Street Journal.
In a short period, the customers reviewed more than 165 applications, conducted demonstration flights, and selected more promising technologies for further testing. The drone prototype is expected to be ready by the end of 2025.
We are excited about the non-traditional companies who are providing low-cost, adaptable, long-range UAS platforms. Trent Emeneker, the DIU program manager, in an interview with Interesting Engineering.
Ukraine has become a recognized leader in the development and production of unmanned systems. Ukrainian drone strike targets at distances over 1,000 kilometers. They are known for their high reliability, low cost, and ability to operate in environments with electronic warfare interference, and all of them undergo testing in real combat conditions. Meanwhile, American startups bring in cutting-edge technologies in artificial intelligence, software, and sensor systems. If the experience of developers from both the US and Ukraine is combined, it could lead to the creation of drones that surpass current analogs, according to the initiators of the Defense Intelligence of Ukraine program.
Development is happening. The drone industry, the drone sector is growing very quickly, and this is most felt by the Russians right now.
Recently, it became known that the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine has codified and allowed for the use of new Ukrainian-made Windfly drone systems in the armed forces of Ukraine. These drones are based on several different frame sizes. Windfly drones can not only strike enemy positions, but also down their reconnaissance drones. When designing these drones, Ukrainian engineers took into account recommendations and experiences from frontline drone operators.
In particular, specific engineering solutions were applied to enhance the safety of crews during combat operations and improve the drone's resistance to the enemy's electronic warfare measures. From the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine publication,
96% of the drones used by defense forces of Ukraine on the front lines are domestically produced. In 2024, Kyiv set the goal of producing and purchasing 1 million drones for the Ukrainian armed forces. This target has already been exceeded. Prime Minister of Ukraine Denis Shmyhal announced that in 2025, over 2.5 million drones will be produced in the country. According to the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine, domestic production capacities allow for scaling this number up to 4.5 million. Reported by Alexandra Zaslavets, Victoria Smirnova, UATV News.
Ukraine is working on the development of its own air defense systems, including equivalents to the Patriot system, President Volodymyr Zelenskyy announced. He emphasized that Ukraine has not yet received all the air defense systems promised by its partner countries. In July 2024, Italy committed to providing a SAMP-T system, while Germany, the United States, Romania and the Netherlands pledged to supply Patriot systems. It was later confirmed that Ukraine received the promised systems from Germany and Romania.
Not everything has arrived yet following the comprehensive decision made at the NATO summit in Washington. These are the timelines, unfortunately. I am talking about the Patriot systems, not new ones, but those we agreed upon in July. We are actively working on these matters, focusing on air defense systems, and honestly, we are also developing Ukrainian equivalents.
On the third anniversary of Russia's full-scale invasion, Sweden pledged to supply Ukraine with air defense systems. This includes the Robot 70 already in use by Ukraine's defense forces and the Tridon Mk2, a new Swedish development introduced in June 2024. These systems are expected to enhance Ukraine's air defense capabilities, particularly against small aerial threats such as attack drones and cruise missiles.
On this anniversary, we can also announce the purchase of air defense systems worth a total of 1.2 billion Swedish kronas for transfer to Ukraine. The Trident Mk2 can counter Russia's mass drone and missile attacks. Overall, this assistance will strengthen the protection of both military forces and civilian infrastructure in Ukraine. From a joint column by Prime Minister of Sweden, Ulf Kristersson, Minister for Energy Ebba Busch, and Minister for Education, Johan Persson, for Svenska Dagbladet.
Lithuania also plans to provide additional air defense systems to Ukraine as announced by President Gitanas Nausėda. He did not specify which systems would be supplied. Additionally, Nausėda urged allies to collaborate on arms production and expand training programs for Ukrainian soldiers.
We will pay special attention to long-range capabilities and missile programs. The president has set a goal of producing at least 30,000 long-range drones. Ukrainian enterprises also plan to manufacture around 3,000 cruise missiles and drone-launched missiles.
The Lithuanian president also emphasized that Ukraine's defense forces need greater capabilities for long-range strikes. Besides long-range weapons provided by partner nations, Ukraine possesses its own missiles and drones capable of hitting deep behind enemy lines. These include the Luty, Bober, Morok and Dratkaris drones, as well as Palyanytsia, Peko and Ruta missiles. In early January 2025, Prime Minister Denis Shmyhal announced plans to increase domestic weapons production.
We must urgently provide Ukraine with modern weaponry according to its needs, particularly air defense systems. Lithuania will supply additional systems. As agreed, we must invest in Ukraine's military industry and defense sector, and we must do more. Gitanas Nausėda, President of Lithuania.
One of the driving factors behind Ukraine's push to develop long-range weapons has been the months of waiting for permission from Ukraine's partner countries to strike the territory of the aggressor country using their supplied arms. This includes not only US ATACMS, but also UK Storm Shadow and French Scalp. Since summer 2024, Ukraine has been able to launch these missiles from F-16 fighter jets. On the third anniversary of the invasion, Canada pledged to supply training simulators to prepare Ukrainian pilots for this American aircraft.
Canada will provide Ukraine with 25 more LAV-3 infantry fighting vehicles. We will also send 2 armored support vehicles on which Ukrainian forces will soon train in Germany. Additionally, we will supply 4 flight simulators for F-16 training. These will be delivered in the coming months. This is in addition to millions of rounds of ammunition, equipment, and first aid kits. Justin Trudeau, Prime Minister of Canada.
The statements from world leaders were made during the plenary session of the Support Ukraine Forum in Kyiv on February 24th. At this meeting, European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen announced plans to increase arms production in Europe, stating that Ukraine would benefit from this initiative. Reported by Serhiy Kulas, Valerian Kapelova, UATV News.